Yo, I wouldn't say it's been a rough week, but it definitely been some ups and downs in this motherfucker, man. But I'm actually quite proud of myself in a way, like because I feel like lately, like as I've been dealing with issues, like some of the same issues that would drive me crazy or like make me like go over the hill type shit. Why am I sweating in here? I feel like I'm sweating. That make me go over the hill. I've been able to avoid them joints, like avoid like really getting into like serious beef. You know what I'm saying? Like avoid like getting into like dead serious situations. I feel like I've been doing like excellent at that type of shit. Like um and not in ways where I guess like where I'm not responding at all, cause I'm always responding. But like where I'm not letting it take me over the edge type shit. Like I'm not going way too far with like I'm not like necessarily getting violent or angry and shit like that. So to me, like that shit is like a blessing because man, change is a long road, and a lot of people like they don't understand that like, and I don't mean acceptance like settling, but cause it's different when you like when you dealing with self. So I guess you could say like yeah, settling on the thought like okay like these might be like bad character traits I got, or like I'm dealing with somebody that got bad character traits, and okay, we could use the word understanding more in like okay, you accept it, and that's what the understanding is, right? Cause once you accept it, you understand it. Now you hopefully could put action to it. So, um, and I've done a lot of growing over time, but the growth that I'm on right now is kind of like based around that, where I usually be trying to force stuff. Like I'm the kind of motherfucker that like whenever I walk into a scenario, I start trying to force people to be fair. Fuck do you mean by that, boo? Well, y'all know throughout my life, like I would say tiny, small positions of power, right? Like street shit, like where I'm known to be tough, get lit, shit like that, and I might have a say so in a lot of matters in that arena. And where you expect a motherfucker to be on some bullshit, on some shady shit, I'm like, nah, do the right thing here. Like, I remember my man in the county jail. Um, and this was ironic because then everybody on that tier was cool. We all grew up together and shit. Ironically, right? Like that's that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all know like the prison system comes from small communities. It be fathers, brothers, uncles, cousins, sons. That's how shit work over and over again. Um, my man got into some shit. It was him and three of his Codies up there. They were saying that all of them told on each other. But we all cool. Now, it was a whole meeting about the shit because ain't nobody really know. But they was all like saying it to each other. But homie was in the gang with us. So it was like, yo, bro, like what's good? And like before dudes was ever in gang, we was all cool. I was cool with son. So I stepped up like so when dudes made the decision to be like, yo, nah, he gotta get some work. Like we don't know, but it's spooky out, but it's something gonna happen. I stepped up like I do it. And I took it easy on him. And then somebody tried to like somebody felt like I was never do felt like I was taking it easy. They yo, I'm like, yo, chill, bro, that's good. Nigga, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? There's something like, and they transferred to me and homie. Another time, same tier, same kind, different time though, same tier in the county jail. Dude I was in juvenile with from Harlem. Um, when we was in juvenile detention, he used to be telling me like, yo, you know, I got peoples where you from. It's like, where you know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, like we both get out of juvie, we don't got no contact. Years go by, and I get locked up. When I get locked up, he in there. Like, I'm like, what you doing here? I know how it is there. I already see he been going through it. He not blood. His peoples was Crip. This is old blood to his peoples was Crip. And he wasn't Crip or blood or none of that though. But as he was saying that, but later on they were saying that he was Crip, but he was saying that he wasn't. But when I pulled through, he see me, his eyes light up. Like he like locked up in the jail where I'm from, and it's like, man. So I walk in there, he like, oh, what up? I'm like, oh, he's like, yo, I was telling dudes I knew you. They like, I'm like, yeah, what's going on? Like, what's happening? So bros come down there and talk to me when I settle in, like, yeah, what's up with son? You fuck with something hard? Like, the niggas been violating. I'm like, I do. But I think I had went too far. It was one dude that was mad at me because he used to be doing, like, taking son commissary, taking his trays, punching on him. Dude was bugging on him. So, some would be like in front of my cell, at my cell, all day, every day. He was like afraid to leave from in front of there. And homie used to be walking by like, it's a bitch ass, you scared to leave from in front of this nigga? Say, this nigga ain't gonna stop me if I do that to you. I used to be like, yo, chill, bro. Come on, my nigga. Just let it ride, bro. Like, it is what it is. That's been my character in general. Like, I got 100 of those stories going through juvenile, prison, all that shit. And there's too many of those stories. So what I learned sometimes is like, you could be fighting for fairness, right? But at what cost? At what damage to yourself sometimes? Homie from Harlem. Now, when I got caught up with my big case and I had got sentenced to all the time, my ex-girl was fucking with his cousin to get money, nigga. That he was out from fucking with him around where I was at. So we cool forever. So I'm talking to her from prison on the phone, like, she like, y'all talk. I'm like, yo, tell homie to tell his cousin, tell him to hit me up, yo, you know what I'm saying? Look out, I'm locked up, bro. I got 17 years, do the right thing. Man, she told her dude, and it could have been homie was hating or something, maybe. No love. And the thing, I put myself on the line, like, and sometimes it don't be like that. It be at your mental cost, right? It be at the cost of some mental shit or some emotional shit. You fighting. You fighting to even the odds. You fighting to make it fair. You fighting for somebody to be as loyal to you as you is to them. You fighting for somebody to love you in the way you love them. You fighting for somebody to see you in the way. At what cost, though? At what game? If you want to chat, man, you've been through something like this, you can speak up. I love that about our chat. Sometimes I feel like that's the direction that, like, the majority of the people that rock with me go. It's like motherfuckers that been through a little something. Like, it ain't too shallow over here. And I kind of like that. And some people say, like, that's why, like, I might not never get to certain points in, like, the content game, and my podcast might not do this and that. But I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want all the topics to always be a fucking Christian Rock or Sexy Red or some ratchet shit. We get the ratchet shit. We gonna get the ratchet shit tonight. But we cover all topics. And if on my YouTube, if you look, every video I got that's over 1,000 views is not those type of videos. Talking about real life or politics or some shit like that. But no matter how much you try to avoid it, real life right there is gonna hit you. Ain't no getting around that, gang. No way. Jose. So, when you think about it like that, right, it's just no getting around it. Was it Ernest Hemingway? I'm not sure. It said, what's the quote? Every human is broken by life, or something like that. Like every human is broken by life, but some of us get strong where we broken. Something to that. I know y'all can probably understand that. Like everybody gonna get broken in life, but some of us get strong where we was broken. If you get what I mean, if you can understand it. And I think that's something that like I excel at, like being strong where I was broken. So I say shit like, the best good guys are the good guys that used to be bad guys, cause they understand. I could talk about fighting for fairness, but it was times I didn't fight for fairness, and it was time when I wasn't carrying it in a fair way. You know, going off your prerogative type shit. I wonder how many people say excuse me on the stream now or when I put it on YouTube. I don't know why I thought of that, but yeah. So like you know, based off your prerogative, how you might move like at any given moment. But I ran into another quote, right? And it always stuck with me. And whenever I told somebody that, it always stuck with them. So everybody that I talk to consistently, that you talk to me long enough, when we get into those conversations and I start to throw those quotes in there, is what the quote is: the way a person acts in an insignificant situation is the way they will act in a significant situation. Point blank, period. I have yet to see that defied. So, a lot of people like to say things like, "Oh, you know, like, nah, I was just doing this during this time. I was only being like this because of this." Like, no. If you panic in this situation, then in a bigger situation, you're going to panic. If you stab me in the back for next to nothing, then you will stab me in the back if it's something near of value. Like, who in their right mind would think opposite of that? It would make no sense for you to, like, you would be fucking charging yourself up to get stabbed in the back, right? So that's why you need, like, to be centered. And being centered is balanced. You ain't hanging out, like I always say, like, on the extremes, right? And part of being centered is, like, I call it, like, a resting character. Like, my character is a resting character. Like, I'm great. I think I'm mysterious. Shit, I got no mystique. But nah, you know, I've been through, like, I got a million unheard stories. But the balance is, and it is, like, I'm going to be who I'm going to be. Today, I'm just fair. Like, I call a spade, right is always right, wrong is always wrong. I'm dedicated to those that's dedicated to me. Like, I'm dependable. Around 100% of corners, I fight for what's right. I'm a good person. I don't want to be another way. I don't want to be, I gotta forget my drink, fill back up. I don't want to be another way. I don't want to change. Not that. When I go to war, I want to war with my bad behaviors, my bad habits. I don't want to war with somebody else. Like, I don't want to take advantage of nobody else. I don't want to hurt other people. I don't want to lie to them. But that is the thing that we do as humans. We destroy each other in a lot of different ways. Like, just because.